Hi, my name is Jesse Lopez, and today I'm teaching you about the first things to know about channels in Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams is a team collaboration app developed by Microsoft as part of their Microsoft 365 that offers a workspace for chat and video conferencing, file storage, and ownership and third-party application integration. One of the first things that you should know about Microsoft Teams channels is that the channels sit inside of Teams. For example, Teams are made of channels, which are the conversations you have with your teammates. Channels sit inside of Teams similar to how files sit inside folders. Each channel is dedicated to a specific topic, department, or project. Number two, every team has a general channel. So every team comes with a general channel. It's always first and you can't delete it. Number three, teams can have standard, private, or shared channels. So the standard channels are open for all team members and anything posted is searchable by others. Private channels are for discussions that shouldn't be open to all team members, and shared channels are for collaborating with people inside and outside your team organization. Number four, channels have tabs. When you go into any channel in Teams, you'll see certain tabs by default. The first tab is Posts. Everyone has access to that one and can see the messages in the Posts tab. Think of it as a one big group chat. The Files tab is where all the files that have been shared in the channel get stored. So basically, this is where all the stuff that you had on the Q drive is gonna be in the Files tab. And for those of you that didn't know, I'm making this video for people in government jobs, GS employees working at USAG Bavaria. I'm a SharePoint content manager and also the knowledge management representative. And for those of you that didn't know, Q Drive is going away end of May of this year. As of June 1st, we will all be transitioning and using the new features in Microsoft 365, Teams, SharePoint, and OneDrive. And I took it upon myself to try to teach you as much as I know, something in simpler terms as a basic course, a 101 how to get started. And here in a moment, I'm going to show you a screen share, a screen recording of everything and what it looks like. The Teams portion of it is where all your teams are at. Basically, for instance, if we take a look at U.S. Army Garrison Bavaria MPD, this is what their team looks like. And here are all their channels. In the team should be all the members that belong to that team. Okay, so for instance, if I'm a part of that team, I would add, or your knowledge manager would add that person to be a part of your team. So now let's take a look at the channels. We'll start with the in and out processing private channel. Here you see, again, the team name, which is in and out processing, IOP. Here I made a little post about how vehicle registration was going to be closed back on 17th and 20 May. I got this as a copy paste from the official Facebook page at USAG Bavaria, basically stating that the vehicle registration office will be closed Friday, May 17 due to their org day. Normal operations will resume Tuesday, May 21, starting at 8 o'clock, and then Monday the 20th, the office will be closed due to a German holiday. Here in the Files tab is basically where we would enter all of our files, and all of your files would also go there as well. It shows you who it was modified. The last person to use it would be on there as well. You can upload or you can drag and drop from your Q drive, and all of your files will appear there. I'm not going to go too much into it because of PII, but basically it's really that simple. You don't want to drag too much at a time, just a little bit at a time, and it should appear as long as you have a good connection. So You can also add a shortcut to your OneDrive. OneDrive is another piece of the Army A365. Basically, the OneDrive is your personal space where you would have personal things that you don't want to share with anybody. Here in Teams, it's more of a collaboration where you would be working as a team where you'll be sharing that information. And then here on SharePoint, let me show you real quick. This is the SharePoint page for in and out processing. This is where we would want to share information with all of our customers or all the soldiers that are incoming or outgoing. There's also a calendar that connects to your Microsoft Outlook. Shows you calendar and events. For instance, I have my meeting coming up tomorrow. Here, the calls tab, the icon shows you all the calls that have taken place. And then here is your OneDrive. Connects automatically to your OneDrive and shows you all your files and folders. Here on the bottom, you can add apps. And I'm not going to hit too much on those because those will come in to play at a later video. Here on top, let me see, what's that one? See these three ellipses? That's your settings. And just click on this little icon over here for the settings icon. One thing that I like to do is change the appearance. Right now we're using the theme for your operating system. And then I always like to use dark because I'm a disabled combat veteran. This is easier on my eyes. And if we go back to the team, now everything is in dark mode. Okay, so if we go back to the settings, you can also schedule your out of office. Here where it says schedule out of office and set automatic replies. If we click on it, once you click on this one, it'll appear and then you can just type in your out of office message. Once you're done with that, all you got to do is hit save and it'll save it for you. If you don't like the dark one, you can use the light mode, light theme. You can use classic, or you can use high contrast. I like mine on dark, so I'm gonna leave it on dark. You can choose between your chat density, whether you want it comfy or compact. I like comfy. Your layout can be as a list to show how to navigate between teams or as a grid. You can use sign language if you would need that, and you can turn off animations by hitting this button over here. I like to keep it on. Language should always be left as English for now. And then this one I really don't use, the typewriter mode. This button here is when you want to meet with your team, you would just hit the Meet Now button. It'll ask you if you want to use your camera and your microphone, and all you would have to do is hit Allow. Right now, I'm at home, so my team's not going to see this. I'm just going to click that one and go back and click out. Over here is where you can set up or change or add your profile picture. I have mine over here, as you know, that's my brand from Jesse Lopez Vlog on YouTube and TikTok. I'm just gonna keep it for now. And that's actually where all you have to do is hit the upload button And if you don't like it, you can remove it and choose a better picture for yourself. We'll go back to it. This button here shows you if you're available, busy, do not disturb, be right back, appear away, appear offline, or for how long you might be gone. Okay, sometimes I like to hit a little, oh, here's the work location if you're working from the office or remote. Oh, go back. And then you can leave a message in here. For instance, you can show it when people message you, or just as a status message for yourself. Hopefully you got some value out of it, and you learned a little bit of something today about Microsoft Teams and the channels and the differences. As time goes by, maybe I'll make another video to do a little bit more in-depth and more about how to use all the features and everything that you need to know. Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so already, I'd appreciate if you're watching from YouTube, a like. If maybe you want to share with a friend or a colleague or a coworker or somebody at the Garrison that's not so familiar with Teams and channels. This I think is a good way to start it off. And if you'd like to, you can also hit the subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.